Which part of the digestive system absorbs most of the water from indigestible food? A. Stomach. B. Small intestine. C. Large intestine. D. Pancreas. The digestive system is a complex network of organs that work together to convert food into energy and nutrients for the body while eliminating waste. This system includes both the gastrointestinal, GI, tract and several accessory organs. Mouth. Digestion begins in the mouth, where chewing breaks down food mechanically, and saliva starts the chemical process with enzymes like amylase. Esophagus. A muscular tube that connects the mouth to the stomach, moving food via rhythmic contractions, called peristalsis. Stomach. A muscular organ that further breaks down food using stomach acids and enzymes. The stomach's acidic environment helps in digesting proteins and killing pathogens. Small intestine. The primary site for digestion and absorption of nutrients. It has 3 parts, the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Digestive enzymes from the pancreas and bile from the liver aid in breaking down food. Liver. Produces bile, which helps in the digestion and absorption of fats. The liver also processes nutrients absorbed from the small intestine. Gallbladder. Stores and concentrates bile, releasing it into the small intestine to assist with fat digestion. Pancreas. Produces digestive enzymes and bicarbonate to neutralize stomach acid entering the small intestine. It also has endocrine functions, including the regulation of blood sugar levels. Large intestine. Absorbs water and electrolytes, forming and storing feces. It includes the cecum, colon, rectum, and anal canal. Beneficial bacteria in the colon help in fermenting undigested carbohydrates. Rectum. And anus. The rectum stores feces until they are excreted through the anus. Which of the following is the primary function of the digestive system? A. Producing red blood cells. B. Removing waste from the body. C. Breaking down food and absorbing nutrients. D. Regulating body temperature. Rationale. The digestive system's primary role is to break down food into smaller molecules that the body can absorb and use for energy, growth, and repair. 2. Where does the process of digestion begin? A. Stomach. B. Small intestine. C. Mouth. D. Esophagus. Rationale. Digestion begins in the mouth where food is chewed and mixed with saliva, which contains enzymes that start breaking down carbohydrates. 3. Which enzyme in saliva breaks down starches? A. Pepsin. B. Amylase. C. Lipase. D. Trypsin. Rationale. Amylase is an enzyme in saliva that begins the chemical digestion of starches into simpler sugars. 4. What is the function of the esophagus? A. Absorb nutrients. B. Store food. C. Transport food from the mouth to the stomach. D. Produce digestive enzymes. Rationale. The esophagus is a muscular tube that moves food from the mouth to the stomach through peristaltic movements. 5. What is the name of the muscular contractions that move food through the digestive tract? A. Segmentation. B. Peristalsis. C. Mastication. D. Emulsification. Rationale. Peristalsis refers to the wave-like muscular contractions that propel food through the digestive tract. 6. Which part of the digestive system is primarily responsible for nutrient absorption? A. Stomach. B. Large intestine. C. Small intestine. D. Esophagus. Rationale. The small intestine is the primary site for nutrient absorption due to its large surface area and the presence of villi and microvilli. 7. What is the role of the stomach in digestion? A. Absorb water. B. Store bile. C. Break down proteins with gastric juice. D. Produce insulin. Rationale. The stomach secretes gastric juice containing hydrochloric acid and pepsin, which begins the digestion of proteins. 8. Which cells in the stomach lining secrete hydrochloric acid? A. Chief cells. B. Parietal cells. C. Goblet cells. D. Acinar cells. Rationale. Parietal cells in the stomach lining produce hydrochloric acid, which aids in digestion and kills pathogens. 9. What is the role of bile in digestion? A. Break down carbohydrates. B. Neutralize stomach acid. C. Emulsify fats. D. Absorb vitamins. Rationale. Bile, produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder, emulsifies fats, breaking them into smaller droplets to facilitate digestion by lipase. 10. Where is bile stored before it is released into the small intestine? A. Liver. B. Pancreas. C. Gallbladder. D. Stomach. Rationale. Bile is stored in the gallbladder and released into the small intestine to aid in the digestion of fats. 11. Which part of the digestive system absorbs most of the water from indigestible food? A. Stomach. B. Small intestine. C. Large intestine. D. Pancreas. Rationale. The large intestine absorbs most of the water from indigestible food, forming solid waste. 12. What is the primary function of the pancreas in digestion? A. Produce bile. B. Absorb nutrients. C. Produce digestive enzymes and bicarbonate. D. Store vitamins. Rationale. The pancreas produces digestive enzymes that break down proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, and bicarbonate to neutralize stomach acid in the small intestine. 13. Which hormone stimulates the release of gastric juice in the stomach? A. Secretin. B. Gastrin. C. Cholecystokinin. D. Insulin. Rationale. Gastrin is a hormone that stimulates the secretion of gastric juice, promoting digestion in the stomach. 14. What structure increases the surface area for absorption in the small intestine? A. Rugae. B. Villi. C. Haustra. D. Sphincters. Rationale. Villi are finger-like projections in the small intestine that increase the surface area for nutrient absorption. 15. Which part of the digestive system is responsible for the final stages of chemical digestion? A. Mouth. B. Stomach. C. Small intestine. D. Large intestine. Rationale. The small intestine is where the final stages of chemical digestion occur, facilitated by enzymes and bile. 16. What enzyme is responsible for breaking down proteins in the stomach? A. Amylase. B. Pepsin. C. Lipase. D. Trypsin. Rationale. Pepsin is the enzyme in the stomach that breaks down proteins into smaller peptides. 17. Which segment of the small intestine is the primary site of digestion and absorption? A. Duodenum. B. Jejunum. C. Ileum. D. Cecum. Rationale. The duodenum is the first segment of the small intestine where most chemical digestion occurs, and some absorption begins. 18. Which structure prevents food from entering the windpipe? A. Uvula. B. Epiglottis. C. Esophageal sphincter. D. Glottis. Rationale. The epiglottis is a flap of tissue that closes over the windpipe during swallowing to prevent food from entering the respiratory tract. 19. What is the primary role of the large intestine in the digestive process? A. Digest carbohydrates. B. Absorb nutrients. C. Absorb water and electrolytes. D. Produce bile. Rationale. The large intestine absorbs water and electrolytes from indigestible food residue, forming and expelling solid waste.